Unraveling the Phrase Take a Dive, a deep dive into English idioms. Hello and welcome to our English language learning series. Today, we're going to explore the intriguing phrase, take a dive. This phrase can be a bit puzzling, especially for those learning English, as it carries more than one meaning depending on the context. So, let's dive in and unravel its various interpretations. First, let's look at the literal meaning. To take a dive can simply mean to physically dive into water. Imagine someone standing on the edge of a swimming pool and then jumping in. That's taking a dive in its most basic, literal sense. This usage is quite straightforward and easy to understand. The phrase gets more interesting when we explore its figurative usage, especially in sports. In this context, take a dive often implies deliberately losing or underperforming in a competition, usually for some form of gain. For example, a boxer might take a dive in the ring, meaning they intentionally lose the match, perhaps due to a bribe or other outside pressures. Beyond sports, take a dive can be used more broadly to indicate a sudden decline or failure in various contexts. This could apply to businesses, stocks, reputations, etc. For instance, if a company's stock value suddenly drops significantly, one might say the company's stock took a dive. When using this phrase in everyday conversation, it's important to consider the context to avoid misunderstandings. If you're talking about sports, your listener might think of the figurative meaning. But in a discussion about a weekend at the beach, take a dive would likely be understood in the literal sense. Take a dive is a fascinating example of how English phrases can have multiple layers of meaning. I hope this video helps you understand and use this phrase confidently in different contexts. Remember, the key to mastering idioms is to practice them in real-life situations. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next English language adventure.